Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, I don't know why I did that. That was weird. You can hear me now. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this is still the old microphone. Yes, the other microphone came in, as did the new arm. Problem is, nothing anywhere said that it didn't also come with the XLR cable. Also, I sound weird. I sound weird to me. I may not sound weird to you. Yeah, we don't have the right cable, so we can't use the other mic just yet. I have to order the proper cable. I might have the right cable already, but I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I don't think the one on the old mic is definitely not the right cable. I'm gonna put the arm up and we're gonna see if that helps any of the other shit. Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Arm. Arm. I just don't like nothing. I would have ordered a cable, and it's crazy because Elgato sells the cable. I would have ordered it if they just been like, careful, for this mic you need an extra cable or something. But like, even for the colorways, okay, for the colorways, it didn't mention anything. Like, I couldn't click into it. It was just like, do you want this mic? Haha, look, it's purple. Like, it didn't give me any information, which is annoying and as hell. So that's fun and exciting. Anyways, there we go. This is for this one. It's fine. Okay. I can add this mic to this. We can see if that helps with the audio at all, because then I can put it further away from me versus just having it on the desk. That way if I bop the desk, it doesn't make it sound. We can try that for a little bit. Just until we get the other one. Somewhere, some way, there is another piece to that. Still raining in LA. It's not raining right this moment. I was able to take Hermes outside, but it has been raining. Okay, where did I put the thing that I need? Okay, this is the XLR. Do you come with cable? My guess is no. Okay. Okay. My desk is a mess. I had the little bit that I needed for this mic before. I know, because I was like, oh, I need to make sure I still have this in case I need it. And of course now I can't find that, because that would mean that I did my job well, you know? Okay. Okay. I definitely set it aside. I know I did. That's the old mic. Definitely would not have thrown it away. This box is still here. Is this right box? That's that one. Did I put... No. There was a box for you. Where did it go? Where did I put you? Okay. There's that. There's that. There's that. Did I put it in here? No? Okay. There's a little black bit that I attach to the mic so that it can then go on the thing, and I put it somewhere. I figured it would be on my desk. The answer is apparently not. So, hang on. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. It probably fell. Oh, okay. Is it in? No. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I put you in here for safekeeping? That would be the smart thing. Okay. Hello. Watch me like lift up one thing and find it. Hi. Oh, is this? No. Okay. Okay, well, this is not ideal. Because I know it was here. This is annoying. Morning. Hi. We're looking for something that I may have lost. Ha. Is it on top of? Oh, nope, that's that. Or anything on top of the PC? The answer better be no. The problem is I feel like I set it somewhere, being like, I gotta make sure I don't lose this, and I don't know where I set it. You know? Found it. Okay. It was inside the box, which is probably where I was like, I should put this here for safekeeping. That would make sense. how do I do this? I probably should get the instructions. That'd probably be helpful, huh? Okay. How? This little bit, which was driving me crazy because it's black and I have light carpet. Okay. How do I use this if I want to use it? Well, you know what else I hate? Things that don't give you information. That's what I hate. Because you give me this and then you don't tell me how to use it, which is dumb, you know? Why are we barking? Okay. Adapters. Okay. So if need be. Flexible positioning. What if I want to use the adapters? How about you give me information on how to use said adapters? Do I use both? Yes? Okay. Do I use both? Thank you. I don't think that's correct. Okay. I don't even know how I'm supposed to use it. Elgato actually are on my shit list now. Because, like, this has been so stressful. And also, how hard is it to just give simple instructions? Like, you give me what, like, where is it? The download sheet for this thing. Okay, this mic that you guys hear me on, this is all that was inside there other than the, like, terms and services shit. This just tells me what buttons do what and tells me to download the web app. That's all it does. It doesn't say, yeah, to da 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 da, and then you do this. No, it does. It tells me fuck all. It doesn't even mention this. Like, what's your fucking problem? Elgato. Hi, Swell. Hi, I'm annoyed at Elgato. Okay. Well, I'm glad I got the purple because now it's out of stock. So, would be super cool if they could, you know. How do I use the mount? Choose your mount. Okay, now how do I use the mount? How about that? Tailored for creators. How about fuck you? Okay, that's an adapter. That's not, why is there, what are we talking about? How do, you gave me this. Why did you give me this? That's a whole separate thing. I need to get a whole separate thing? I need to get a whole separate mount for, okay, fuck you, God. Like, I would like, if, you know what AI could be useful for? Intuitive bundling. How about you, hey, you ordered this and this, you're gonna need this. No, you don't need AI for that. But if you want to use AI so bad, use it for something fucking useful. How about that? God. Fuck. I'm annoyed. Because how about you tell me that, like, oh yeah, here's the adapter. You know why you need this adapter? If you get the cage bit, the cage thing, which won't work for this. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do it like this? And then I'm just going to attach it to the side? No, I'd need a cage. Why didn't it tell me, hey, you ordered 2 different types of microphones and this. Do you want to bundle and equal this? Why didn't you do that? What are we doing? Set it up with the mount. Yeah, I'm assuming the mount probably tells me I need to do it. No. That's the problem. No one's listening to me. Everyone's annoying. I shouldn't have to use a YouTube video to figure out how to use your products right out of the box. You get my point? Like, I get it. But how dare you? How dare you, actually? How dare you? Now I'm annoyed. I'm pissed, actually. Because what do we mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because you have photos of things. Why don't you tell me? Why am I downloading a quick start? For what? Everything is fine. Everything is normal and fine. And that's the important thing. Everything's going to go over here. And I'm going to order the proper cable. I'm going to check, actually, let me check my cable drawer. I'm going to check my cable drawer, and we're going to see if I have the proper cable. My guess is no. My guess is I don't. But we're going to check, because why not? Let's check. Ugh. Ugh. Hello, Bubba's. Mom's yelling at a company. Oh, do you have one? Oh no, this is also dynamic. So it's probably a USB. What cable? No, get out. I don't know what you're getting at. Go. Stop. Stop. I still need all that, Hermes. Stop. Yes, I have my phone light still. I got given this microphone from Razer a while ago. This is not a knife. Hermes, can you stop? I don't know what you're doing. Do you have the cable I need? I think it's an... I don't think I do, chat. Yeah, I think it's a USB. I think it's just a USB microphone. Yeah. Wait. Are you... You feel heavy. What are you? You're not a cable. You're a base. Okay, that's not helpful. Yeah, I'm out of luck, chat. Can you stop trying to get inside boxes, please? I might have to return this stuff, so I need you to not chew on things, please. All right, I'm ordering the cable. Ordering it. What? We're not playing. I'm looking for cables. I think I got rid of the box. I don't think there was any other cables in that box, though. No. No. Yeah, no. Okay. We're calling it. What? Right. What are we doing? Don't chew on that, please. He's using my box as leverage for his toy. All right, we're just gonna take this out of the view of my face for now. I will say it has less range of motion than my other one, because my other one was jointed down here as well, like out of frame. Like down here. This one just goes up, and I can swing it, but this just goes up and down, this one. This part. So it's definitely less of a range of motion, I would say. But we'll see. Okay. Ugh. All right. Well, I'll order the cable. We shall call it a day. Three-pin XLR. Is this the right? It said not to get a certain type of, what's it called? Looks fine. Add to cart. Because it's literally just pictures. Yeah, I just don't like that, like, it saw me ordering things and decided to not be effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the point of that? You know? Hang on. Um, Graviton, I don't know her at all, and I don't do collaborations with people I don't know. Because I actually don't even do collaborations with people that I do know, frankly. I don't do collaborations with people I'm not friends with, I should say. Ninth, sorry. Ninth, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Sorry, I was digging. Can you guys hear me okay? Because you guys are far. Do his job. He's not doing his job. He's gnawing on a bone. Hi, I love you. God, that was dumb. Moving around that much actually gave me a headache. That was so dumb. Oh, okay. I also have to put some stuff on footage for William. Let's see. What I should do is get my nail polish and fix my nails, but I might wait till tomorrow. I dyed my hair the only productive thing I truly did yesterday, chat, was dye my hair. I've just been couching it the last 2 days. Because I've just been sick. It kind of creeped up on me. It was only I really felt fine for the most part. It was just in my throat that it felt really bad. But I was predominantly okay. Sorry, I'm trying to upload which photos to which file. Is that everything? Sorry, chat. 2 seconds. I swear. Okay, there we go. Upload. Gotta do that one. Understandable. Nevertheless, you may enjoy her videos in general. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I come from a time before I was really making videos or anything like that where I watched a lot of YouTube. And I remember the collab era of like 2014, 2016, when you could clearly tell that if it weren't for the fact that like a camera was rolling, these people would not be friends. So I'm much more inclined to like make friends with people, and then if like we have like natural crossovers in content, that's usually what I like to do for myself. The hunt is real. Sound is good. Okay, that's good. Oh God. Okay. Hi. But yes, I have just kind of been couching it the last 2 days. I was supposed to film yesterday. I was going to make myself, normally I film on Fridays. I was going to make myself film yesterday, but I still, like, it hurts to talk. Like, it's like in my lungs and in like the base of my esophagus. So like, I'm really not coughing all that much. Where I'm coughing is like from talking. But like my throat was it Friday? When did I wake up? It had to have been Friday then. I woke up and you know when you wake up and you're just like, you kind of like yawn and like you just kind of swallow or whatever, like just like to like clear up your throat or whatever, and then go get water. My throat was in physical pain. Like it was like really a sharp pain, and I was like, ugh, bad. And I had just been hoping, because like we went live on Thursday, I think, and I was sneezing a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed. And sometimes when I sneeze a lot in like one day, the next day my throat hurts because it's like a violent sneeze, because I have a pretty strong sneeze. So I thought maybe it was that. And so I was like, okay, I'll take it easy. Like I'll drink a ton of water. But like most of Friday, my throat hurt really, really bad. And I made myself sleep and I took it easy, you know. And then I was like, okay, I'll push filming to tomorrow. Let's like put myself on vocal rest Thursday. Let's hope that it goes away. Saturday comes around. Still, I'm like, I'm gonna push it. It still hurts to talk. Like, I'll do another day of vocal rest. And it doesn't hurt as much. Like, it's definitely gotten better, but like, it still doesn't feel good. But like, I don't have a fever. I'm really not coughing. My coughing is from the talking. It's not like I have a cough or anything like that, you know? Sticks in my brain is the one with you and Gabby Bell. Oh, yeah. It was me, Gabby, and Sabrina. But I knew them. I was friends with them. Like, I knew them. We'd hung out before, you know? Like, and that was like a very clear parameter, though. That wasn't like us doing a normal video together. That was like us doing, they had a podcast called Deranged DMs where they like reacted to DMs and they had people come on and share their crazy DMs. And like they had talked about wanting me to come on, and then I sent an insane DM that I ended up reading on that episode to Sabrina, and Sabrina sent me like a rapid fire, like several messages. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make sure I don't read your DM. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You need to come on save it for the show. Save it for the show." So that's what that was. Okay, that one's done. Let me do this next one. Sorry, chat. I filmed 2 videos today, so I got to get the B-roll sent over to William and everything. Recent. God. Is that all of it? Are you eating it or are you chewing on it? Okay, it's fine. I don't like that it sounds like you're chewing. Ugh. God. I'm just gonna, hold on. 1 second. Okay. Can you hear me if I talk like this? Those that can hit send on messages like those. Yeah, that one was weird. Unfortunately, because I'm pale as well. Yeah, this is the dynamic microphone, chat. The other microphone is the, what's it called? Not dynamic. No, this is the condenser. This is the dynamic, I think. Yes, this is the condenser microphone. The other one is the dynamic microphone, which is why I need the cable for it. Because today I was like, oh, we'll test out the other microphone, and then I'll get the other one shipped off. Like, it'll be fine. Like, if I don't like it. Nope. So, wait till, hopefully the cable comes quickly. Hopefully I can get this handled before I go to Formula One. Because then I can get the returns made of, like, whichever mic. Because we're going to return whichever microphone doesn't work better. Obviously, this one is good because, like, there's a lot of background noise, obviously, and it's louder. But it's because it's picking up all sound. But, like, this, with how much I move around during streams and, like, the crafting streams and things like that, this might be better, you know, than the dynamic microphone, which has to be closer to your mouth. You know what I'm saying? This one sounds really good. Anything is an improvement over the last one. The last one was comically bad. It's still connected to the desk. It's just not connected to the computer. I need to remove that one. If only it had a... I think it's just the one adapter. It doesn't go... Yeah, no. It's not what I would need it to do, unfortunately. What's that? You're there. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Okay. I don't know, but for me, I like this one a lot. Okay. Yeah, this one has been doing well with you walking around and things. Yeah, which I think that's just the type of streamer I am, chat. I'm just like, I'm not a good streamer. If I was only doing gaming streams, then I think a dynamic microphone would work better. But since I'm not, you know, for filming other videos, the dynamic might be better. You know, like I might need the dynamic microphone still for the other videos. And we just might need to flop this around because the dynamic does not work very well. I used it today to film today's videos just to see if that would help things at all, but we'll see. Let's see. We might just do videos today, chat, so that I can be lazy and watch something. Unless there's anything, I don't think there's anything you guys want. We need to talk about. I filmed 2 videos today. I've been mostly on the couch. Oh, I finally watched Argylle. Argylle's not good. Like, I was kind of in the mood for, like, a writer movie or, like, a spy movie. So I was like, oh, I should probably watch Argylle. Like, it's out of theaters. Like, I'll just watch it. Not good. Bad. I think the problem with a lot of these spy movies is that they don't know what they want to be, you know? Like, you can have, like, a goofy spy movie, or you can have a very serious spy movie that happens to be goofy. The problem I feel like with a lot of comedy these days, often comedy, when you are writing comedy and when you are acting in comedy and you're directing comedy, you are playing it 100% seriously, and that's where it becomes funny. You know, like, you're taking it very seriously, you know, but it becomes funny in the, like, the concept. Hi, what are we doing? No, nice try. Nice try. Nope. It's taking the cover. Bad. Lay down, Goober. You know, isn't that a few years ago? Yeah, but it was on streaming. It popped up. So I was like, might as well watch it, because I was on the couch. Then I started watching a show that I thought was a movie that turned out to be a show, which is devastating. Thank you for following. Which is always a devastation, okay? It was, oops, stop. Stop trying to eat things. Can you stop? Go. Hermes. I see you. It's like you don't think I see you. What are you doing? Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. So. No, I know The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I saw that in theaters. But no, it's like that movie mostly takes itself seriously and happens to be funny. Argylle doesn't seem to know what it wants it to be. And wasn't there, like, a story behind Argylle? Like, they bought the movie rights, but, like, the book wasn't done yet. Like, there is, like, a book behind it, like an actual book. Do you guys want me to ruin the plot of Argylle for you if you haven't seen it? I don't mind. Spill away. Okay, so Argylle. There was also a lot of speculation that the actual author... Hold on, let me pull up the Argylle. Is there a book for Argylle? Oh yeah, they're doing, like, the real Ellie Conway. This is, like, supposedly real. National bestseller. The book that inspired the major motion picture. Argylle, a novel. There's supposedly a real Ellie Conway. Yeah, the joke was... Some people speculated that Ellie Conway was actually J.K. Rowling. And that was, like, this whole bit. A luxury train speeding towards Moscow and a date with destiny. A CIA plane downed in the jungles of the Golden Triangle. A Nazi horde entombed in the remote mountains of the southwest Poland. A missing treasure, the 8th wonder of the world, lost for 7 decades. One Russian magnate's dream of restoring a nation to greatness has set in motion a chain of events which will take the world to the brink of chaos. Only Frances Coffey, the CIA's most legendary spy master, can prevent, and to do so, she needs someone special. Enter Argylle, a troubled agent with a tarnished past, who may just have skills to take on one of the most powerful men in the world, if only he can save himself first. And it's 400 pages. The author is Ellie Conway, okay? The book that inspired the major motion picture. Are there reviews of this? She lives somewhere in the United States. Oh, there's a whole excerpt. Published January 9th, 2024. And then apparently the movie came out, I think, around that same time. Are there reviews? Like actual reviews? I really hope there was more spy stories or thrillers from Ellie Conway. It's pure fantasy, but the fun of the reading is exceptional. I would absolutely love for this to become a series, and it wouldn't be hard to continue the story on another branch of the tree. Exciting action packed meh. I had really high expectations for this book, given it's allegedly the first in a series and has a movie. Also allegedly the first in a series. Set to premiere just after the release of the first novel. To me, only something really special and great would have that kind of notoriety before public release. However, all I could think of was National Treasure and Indiana Jones. It's predictable with plot twists seen coming miles away. The characters we actually get to know only have personalities that are skin deep, and others left to fade in the background completely. Okay. So basically, in the movie, we follow Ellie Conway. Ellie Conway is the author of Argylle, okay? And she has finished book 4, and they've launched book 4, and she is now working on book 5 at the time of like the start of the movie, okay? Didn't people think it was Taylor Swift also? I feel like that was the thing, maybe. Then we have she's like working on book 5 and it's like almost done, and she sends the novel over to her mother, and her mother is like, what are you, sorry, I look insane. Come on, stay. There we go. Okay. It's a little better. Focus on me. Thank you. Her mother is like, hey, are you crazy? Like, you can't end on a cliffhanger like this. Like, you're so close to figuring out where the master key is. Argylle is so close. And I'm sorry, her mom was suspicious as shit right away. Like, she didn't play this well at all. And basically she's like, okay, just one more chapter of this book, and I'll figure out the end of the story, basically, okay? But she's got a little bit of writer's block. She writes some like cheesy dialogue, and she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the city. I'm going to take the train from my house to the city, and I'm going to go meet with my parents and stay with them for a couple of days. And just, like, get this sorted out. Like, really work. She brings Alfie, who is her cat. Okay? And as she's on the train, she kind of keeps, like, rebuffing people asking her out. Which, like, I feel like there was a better way for them to execute this. Because the reveal is that the reason she's been rebuffing someone is that before everything happened, she had been in a relationship with someone and it never ended. So like subconsciously, she's like still attached to this person that she doesn't even know exists. Okay. And yet like they just, there's a better way to execute the way than what they did in the movie. Okay. So she tells her mom that she's on her way to visit them, and she's on the train. As she's on the train, a guy sits down and he kind of looks like Scruffy, okay? And he's like, whoa, you have a cat. And he's like reading her book and like talking with her. And he's like, okay, the one thing you get wrong is that spies are not these like supermodel looking pretty boys. Stick out way too much on this train. We need to blend in. And basically reveals himself to her as a spy. And he's trying to tell her like, what are we doing? Bye-byes. He's like telling her like, listen, when it happens, like someone's going to drop a gun in your lap and you're going to have to hand it to me. Like, I need you to be ready. Okay. And so then everyone that was on the train with her starts trying to kill her. Okay. Including like people that were at her book signing earlier in the movie. Okay. And so he's fighting all of them, and she starts having these weird dreams, these weird visions, where as she's talking to him, she keeps seeing Agent Argylle, her fictional character. Like, she keeps blinking, and it's Henry Cavill as Argylle in the movie. And she keeps, like, blinking and, like, going back and forth, which doesn't, I don't think works with what we ended up getting. I don't think that's what we're, the way that there was a better way to execute this, okay? Because the whole thing, it's like, who is the real Agent Argylle? Because what's happened is that her whole thing, she writes spy novels that spies actually read, and they're like, are you a spy? Haha. And she's like, no, I wish. That'd be way easier. No, I just like research a ton. And she like is literally reading something on like the history of the MI6 on the train as she is going to go to her parents' place. And she is like talking about all of this. And they get off the train, parachute out. She keeps blacking out and waking up. She's also terrified of flying, which I thought was going to be more relevant at some point, and it wasn't. Like, that's the whole reason she's on the train going to her parents' house, like, versus taking a plane. Like, I felt like there was supposed to be a relevant point to the her having such a fear of planes, but I think it was just a way of keeping her close, maybe, is they gave her a fear of planes. This is Argylle, the movie Argylle. I'm spoiling it. If you don't want it spoiled, leave now. Okay. Do I want to read this book so I know, chat? Because is there still nothing about Ellie Conway? When's the most recent post? Yeah, the most recent post is 92 weeks ago, chat. From 2024. Wait, is this how long ago she posted was 2024? Is that all she's posted? Yeah, this has gotta all be bullshit. This has gotta all be bullshit. It was 2024. Okay, then... Yeah, February 1st, 2024. Fangirling over how cool the name Argylle looks on a movie poster. Going back to read Terry Hayes' debut novel, so I am fully booked for tonight. 2024. Alone time to recover from the craziness of Friday's movie release. Did she post anything before? Okay, no, she didn't post. Coming summer 2023, Argylle is the poster for the book, but then it came out later. Still feel thank you to Matthew Vaughn for taking the characters in my head and turning it into so much more. I hope everyone loves this as much as I do. To just fully abandon the shtick seems weird. Do I have a new video where I just investigate the concept of Ellie Conway this far out? Like, was this all made up just for the movie? Is this it? Because even here, okay, February 7th, 2024, well, as they say, pencils down, maybe Argylle is right. The greater the spy, the bigger the lie. Maybe she just, like, drops book 2 out of nowhere. Did you go to BravoCon? Do I look like I'm at BravoCon? I do not appear to be in Vegas. Back to the movie, though. Okay, so the movie itself, is this her actual dog? No, look. Chip the cat. Even dogs love Argylle. Who is... Oh, they, like, gave Chip the actual cat, like, the... Claudia. Okay, Claudia Schiffer is the owner of the cat that was in Argylle. Are you the author of... Okay, I'm having... Okay, we're going through this later. They made a U2s of Chip. Argylle Chip plush. Yeah, they did. They made a U2s. Okay. Interesting. This movie could have just been a monumental flop, and that's why they didn't do anything with it. I borrowed the book on Libby. Thank you, Swell. You're welcome. Let me know how it is. I have not read the book. I'm just ruining the book and the... So the book, as far as I can tell, actually follows the story of Argylle. Okay, like the actual spy that the fictional spy of the movie is based on. Because basically in the movie, okay, Ellie is the author. Trying to kill her. And the spy... I don't remember his fucking name. Hang on. Sam Rockwell plays Aiden, Aiden. Aiden is the one that's rescued her, and he's like trying to help her, and he's like, listen, whatever's in, I need you to finish book 5. I need you to finish the rest of the book so we can figure out where the master key is. Because the tech that I was supposed to meet, he never showed up. I need you to tell me where he is and what happened, okay? And so he basically like brings her to London, fully like takes her to London, okay? And brings her, that gets her on a plane, and she like is fully having a panic attack on the plane. It's a whole thing. He lies to her about liking cats. Like there's this, it's so, there was a way to do this that worked better, and I just don't think they executed it well at all, okay? Because what ends up happening is Ellie, they're like, who is the actual, or why does Ellie know all this stuff? What is going on? Is she guessing? Is she that good at guessing? What is this? And she is like, movie happens, movie, okay? They're in London. They escape capture. There's a bunch of people, again, trying to kill her, which trying to kill her doesn't make sense. What they should be trying to do is subdue her, but that's not clear with what's happening, okay? And she ends up fleeing because she hears Aiden. Like they're staying in a hotel room together, and she's like, okay, shower's all yours. Aiden goes to take a shower, and he's on the phone, and the door opens, and she can hear him go, yeah, Ellie Conway needs a bullet in the head, okay? She's driving me crazy, or whatever. And she's Ellie Conway, so she's like, oh my god. So she takes Alfie and leaves, and then gets to a payphone and is able to contact her parents to be like, listen, I'm scared. Like, I'm stuck in London. I don't have money. I don't have my passports. Like, can you book a room at the hotel I booked for you and Dad? Okay? Because she's been, like, writing these books for, like, 5 years. So her mom is like, yeah, honey, of course. So they then come, and she opens the door as she's leaving, and she's like, no, Mom, don't. And then it's the guy who's been running the directive. Is that what it's called? Whatever the fuck. The evil org, okay? It's the guy that's been running the evil org, and he's her dad. Okay. I thought we were doing a killer situation. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Killers. I do recommend seeing it. Also goofy, but still takes itself very seriously in it, you know? Okay. And so I'm like, this is suspicious. Because, like, the mom I was already suspicious of, and I was like, oh, these aren't her parents. That's it. Like, or the entire thing, this was her actual father, and there is, there was something here that I feel like they didn't execute it well at all, okay? And she, like, they're talking, and then it's not until Aiden shows up and is like, he's not your fucking dad. Like, what are we doing? And her mom suddenly has a British accent and, like, tries to kill her. Her dad is like, enough of this shit. And so Aiden ends up getting her out. She thinks the mom's dead. It's a whole thing. And she's like, no, I wasn't going to kill you. They go to Tuscany, okay? Ish. And that's where we meet Alfie, the real Alfie. The real Alfie is the former head of the CIA, okay? And that's where we finally learn who Ellie actually is. Ellie is Agent Argyle. Why? Because her real name is Rachel Kyle, as in Agent R. Kyle. She's just got all her memories all fucked up, and now Agent Argyle. Okay? So what happened is she went to go meet Bancroft, whatever the fuck his name is, the hacker guy, okay? And something happens, she blacks out. There was an actual, like, skiing accident that she was told about. And she wakes up and she gets taken to a hospital. By the time Aiden finds her, she has already been taken by the directive, her parents, okay? Thank you for following. Already been taken by her parents who've decided, because the mom is, like, a doctor, okay, who, like, works in, like, the mind. And so they basically brainwash her to thinking they're her parents and to remember where the master key is so that she can, like, they can, like, get the information that she has. And then they were like, yeah, why don't you, like, start writing? And basically fuck with her brain enough that she starts writing like her own spy stories as this fictionalized spy story for Agent Argyle. So for 5 years, to get to the truth, they just let her write her own history as a fiction novelist. Why they did this, who fucking knows? And she publishes 4 books. 4 books. They let her get away with this so long. She legitimately publishes 4 books and they become international bestsellers, okay? And it's wild because as they're talking, she's like, no, whatever they did to my head is like, it worked. Like they fucked with me a lot, okay? Like I get panic attacks. I can't fucking fly. Like I don't know what. And Aiden is like getting frustrated. He's like, I miss fucking Rachel. Where the fuck is, I want Rachel back. I want Rachel. Fuck Ellie. I don't like Ellie. Bring back Rachel. And so he just throws a punch at Ellie. And Ellie like locks in and now can suddenly fight. Why did she not do, if that's the case, if all it took was to unlock her spy training, was her knowing about it, sure. But if it was like a secondary instinct, because she's fully like, you guys are crazy, get me the fuck out of here. I am not fucking Rachel Kyle. You guys have lost your fucking minds. She storms out, Aiden follows her. And she's like, you've been fucking lying to me. Like, it's a whole thing. Then why did she not lock in on the train? Sure, she didn't know she was Rachel Kyle. She doesn't believe she's Rachel Kyle now. There's no way that would be enough to trigger her suddenly having her spy powers, her spy training, when that should have worked on the train then. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Anyways, also it's revealed that Aiden and Rachel were together, but also not really together. They were together in the way that spies are together, and he was very much in love with her, and then it never ended. And so that's where all this is, which would make a lot more sense with how she is just so anti-dating, like the entirety of the movie, because in her back of her head, she like is holding out feelings for her partner, okay? And also there is it makes, because she keeps saying like, oh, I'm dating my work, my hot date's my work, whatever. But then she also has the cat, so then the bit kind of becomes that she's a cat lady. It doesn't fully work. Not really. Need a better writer. Yeah, for the movie in particular, because like for the book, that's not the concept of the book. The book is Agent Argyle. Like it is like the actual male secret agent Argyle. That's the whole point of the book. This is the movie about the author, about the book. Like it's a whole different story. It would have ate. Yeah, if it was executed well at all. It also, the climax is crazy, okay? So they go to like find the keeper of the master file, okay? And apparently the keeper of the master file will only give it to her friend, Agent R. Kyle. Thank you for subscribing. Tatsu, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. Her friend Rachel Kyle. So they had to get her to get her memories right to go and get the master file properly, basically. So they then go, okay, and I'll tell you what happened with the reveal in a second, because we like didn't fully know what happened with the accident. We now know what happened with the accident. I'll tell you in a second. She like locks in and she's like, give me the fucking file. Like fully locks in, even though she still barely doesn't fully remember. Her mom is now also there. She lived. And she's like, yeah, no big, like they start talking, negotiating all this stuff. Rachel is given the data, and Rachel realizes that not only was like everyone that has been trying to kill her part of like the plot for whatever, for like the Master Key thing, I don't fully know. She was also a double agent. The entire time she was a double agent, Rachel. She was a double agent. Fuck the CIA. She was fully high anarchy. I've been sick. I still feel like ass. So she goes to tell Aiden, I know what's happening. But that's when her mom walks in. Her not mom. Yeah, I'm getting twisted between the fake book character, the author, and the author's spy persona. Like, because they're trying to say that the author is like a real person, is what they're trying, like, publicly. Anarchy, I'm talking about a fucked up. Did you ever see Argyle, Anarchy? So she. Yes. Okay. It's not good. It was bad. Yeah, that's what we're talking. I watched it yesterday because I wanted a spy. I wanted a spy movie or an author movie, and I figured I might as well watch it. And then it's not good. So then, chat. They basically revealed to Rachel, like, Rachel, you were always gonna come with us. Like, yeah, we got you back in a weird way, but like, you were always gonna give us the master file. And so they have Aiden like tied to a chair, and she shoots Aiden. She's like, Aiden's like, I know this isn't you. You could have killed me when you had the chance and you didn't. Like, I know this isn't you, Rachel. So she just fucking shoots him. Which, low key, if they had just straight up killed him, I think I would have respected this plot more. I think I would have respected it more if she just killed him. Then, okay, so she's like trying to get she's like dealing with the file. She's like tracking it down. They now want to know where Alfie is because Alfie has gone into hiding. Where they went to go see Alfie, no one knows where he is. Also, stop focusing on Yuki Bear. Focus on me, camera. Hi. My face. My face, please. Ish. Okay. Supergirl boss. Okay, so she's like, I know exactly what to do. And she's like tracking him. And what she doesn't tell them is that while she is tracking them, she is submitting the master file to Alfie. Okay. But there is they needed the proper keystroke. And so she didn't have that. So she's like, shit. And then it's revealed that Aiden is alive. Which we find, I'll tell you later how Aiden lives. Aiden takes out his guards. Rachel also gets her cat back, Alfie. She had abandoned Alfie at one point because she needed to. Alfie is now back. Rachel apparently hates cats, but now Ellie doesn't. There's a lot of mixing. She should be having a psychological break right now when she's not. Which I feel like this would have been a better limited series, than a movie like this as a concept. Okay, because she should have a brain break. Then, or just nothing. She goes to the armory and is like hiding because she can't leave. And they're trying to like send the master file to Alfie. Aiden comes in and she's hiding and she's like, I'm putting the gun down. He's like, you shot me. She's like, the cardiovascular pathway or the aortic pathway. Because their friend Kira, okay, which was their tech person, dies in like book 3, okay, or book 4. And she was like, I was going to bring her back in book 5. Like I wanted to or book 6, I wanted to bring her back. And apparently a fan, and this was so obvious, it was a suggestion a fan emailed in. Some fan emailed about hey, I know he can bring Kira back, the aortic pathway or the cardiovascular pathway, which is a 2-inch gap between the two like major vessels that pump into the heart. So it looks like a shot in the heart, but it's actually a through and through shot. So what did Ellie Conway do? / Rachel, someone who has never fired a gun in 5 years. She aims for the aortic pathway. So it looks like she shot him in the heart. And then when she went to go take there was something that she took from him. She plugged the hole, even though it was a through and through. And that's not how a gunshot wound works. So she's like, that's how I knew you weren't going to die. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's like, you're alive, aren't you? Which, like, I'm sorry, I also would be pissed, And heading out, bye. Okay, so they then go, I think they killed the dad? I don't know. There was this whole thing where they, sorry, I just remembered, because they kept bringing up that Ellie was like a skater, like an actual like ice skater. And Rachel was an ice skater. So what does she do? She takes 2 knives and straps them. She steps on them with her giant boots in her dress and ice skates on actual knives in a gasoline sludge flooded like part of this ship to take out all of the shooters. Then they make it to the top. They're actually on like a Navy ship, you know, like a giant, like the giant helicarrier things or whatever the fuck. Okay. And that's when the mom plays the like musical tone that they'd played earlier in the music. She turns into the fucking Winter Soldier chat. Rachel and Ellie it's Winter Soldier time. Foley locks in. Foley just target Aiden. Activate, starts trying to kill him, and he finally is just like, you can do it, and calls back to earlier in the movie when she couldn't kill anyone. He needed her to stomp skulls and she couldn't, so he fully talks her through like stomping his skull, and then someone walks up and smashes the musical box, which you know, surprises Ellie, and she's able to break free, and she's like, no. Who was it? Kira. Kira's real. Kira's alive. She was the one that sent in the aortic pathway email all that time ago to Ellie. Bad movie chat, and the worst part is they thought they cooked. Anyways, the movie ends with her doing another book signing of book 5. Okay, next book. She has written the book, and she explains like, oh, now that you're done with the Agent Argyle story, like what happens to all these characters afterwards? And she like says like, Alfie destroyed the Division or whatever the fuck. Kira always said she was going to be the next Steve Jobs, so she does. And then the 2 guy agents that she was writing about, it's her and Aiden. That's who she was writing about. So it's like they're partners. Whatever they do, they're going to be together. You mean to tell me that there is not Agent Argyle and whatever the fuck John Cena's character's guy's name was? You're telling me there's not fan fiction about them in universe? There's no fan fiction about them? Please. Please. And then it ends, because there was going to be a sequel chat, it ends with someone being like, hey, I don't have a question, but I think you might have some for me. And it's Henry Cavill with like a fucked up haircut and like a weird accent, like a southern accent, being like, yeah, you've been writing about me too. And she's like, end of movie. End of movie. The end. I'm just saying Killers did it better. They're going to do another one. I do not think... How much money did Argyle make? Hang on. How much money did Argyle... Significant box office disappointment. 2024 spy action comedy film directed by Matthew Vaughn and written by Jason Fuchs. Sorry, I always do that. The film features ensemble casts including Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Dua Lipa, Ariana DeBose, John Cena, and Samuel L. Jackson. Its plot centers on a reclusive author who is drawn into the world of spies and espionage after she realizes that a new spy novel she is writing mirrors real-world events. This has happened, by the way. This very famously has happened into a sequel. So they lose more money. I think I just write the sequel, chat. I think we just fix it. Budget $200 million. I mean, they're all over the place in this. When did the book come out? Okay. Argyle was announced in June 2021 with Matthew Vaughn attached to direct and produce for Mav Studios. The ensemble cast was announced. God, in August of 2021, Apple TV bought the rights to the film for $200 million. God. Some industry journals wrote the production budget was $200 million, with The Hollywood Reporter claiming that some sources put costs as high as $250 million. Vaughn disputed the claim, saying, I don't know how you spend $200 million on it. I actually don't, unless you're going to make a 5-hour CG fest. Matthew Bologna and Punk News and The Ringer later reported that the film's budget was less than the 200 million figure, which was the licensing and distribution rights to the film and not the actual budget that had been reported. Vaughn said the COVID-19 pandemic gave him the time to work on the film. He describes it as his ode to 1980s action thrillers like Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. When asked about casting Cavill, he said, I needed someone who was born to play Bond, which Henry is, and then nick him before Bond did. He plays a larger-than-life action hero with a wink. It's very different from Kingsman. Is it? Is it? Because Kingsman knew what it was. This movie, it toes the line. That's my main issue with a lot of like current movies that are like trying to make a callback. They forget that those movies, though they were fun, a lot of them are fun in hindsight, and they took themselves alarmingly seriously, you know? Like, even when something is gonzo, they're taking it wildly serious, you know? Like, I'll never forget this story. This is my acting teacher has worked with Gary Oldman, okay? And Gary Oldman was on an episode of Friends. I don't know if you guys saw this, okay? So he showed up to the set of Friends hardly prepared, thinking it was going to be a very easy job. He's going to have fun with it. And that first day, he was like really taken aback by how bothered the rest of the cast was by how la-di-da he was about it. And so he apparently went back the next day and was infinitely more prepared because he realized how serious all of them took their roles, because he thought like, oh, it's like a fun sitcom, like it'll be fun, it'll be a fun, easy day, this is easy compared to what I do. And instead he was like, oh no, these are like real actors, okay? But that's the important, like, every person's Friends worked because they all took their jobs incredibly fucking seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, comedy works when the people acting in it take it very fucking seriously. And not to say that anyone involved in this movie didn't take it seriously, but still, you know, writing, directing, all of it, like, yeah, hey, we want to pay an homage to this, but like, you still take it incredibly seriously, you know? Horror and comedy. No, exactly. A lot of projects, LOL. Already played a Spy years ago. Yeah, we already talked about The Man from U.N.C.L.E. a little bit ago. Which, if only, you know, what's his name wasn't a cannibal, then, like, we could have gotten infinitely more The Man from U.N.C.L.E. movies, because, like, that worked really well. I really liked that. Okay, there's very little mentioning here about how they got a hold of the script to begin with. Marketing. Ellie Conway, later revealed as the fictional author of the in-universe Argylle movies, was initially reported to have written the book that the script was based on during the film's announcement. The claim was questioned by The Hollywood Reporter in September 2022, as they were unable to verify Conway's existence, and their attempts to contact her, her publicist, and her talent agent were unsuccessful. The trailer revealed Conway was the film's protagonist. Several social media users attempted to identify Conway and theorized the singer-songwriter Taylor Swift had written the book, with Conway as her pen name, based on several references associating Swift with Argylle. One attempt was that Ellie Conway and Swift have a Scottish fold cat. Vaughn denied the theory, stating Conway is unrelated to Swift. However, Swift influenced the film's use of a Scottish fold cat. Bryce Dallas Howard, who plays Conway in the film, opined that Argylle is unconsciously inspired by Swift. In February of 2024, authors Terry Hayes and Tammy Cohen revealed they had written the tie-in novel. There we go. Terry Hayes and Tammy Cohen. The tie-in book was released ahead of the film's release on 9 January 2024. Apple and Universal spent $80 million promoting the film, each being responsible for funding 50% of the cost. So it's Terry Hayes and Tammy... Terry Hayes is an Australian screenwriter, film producer, and author. He's best known for his work Kennedy Miller Production House, and whom he won the AACTA Award for Best Film twice. Does he talk about... Oh, in 2024, Hayes and British author Tammy Cohen were revealed as the writers of the tie-in novel for the film Argylle under the pseudonym Ellie Conway. The book Overleaf credits the synonymous author's full name as Elizabeth Conway. Okay. Why did we do this? What was the point of this? Why did we do this? Okay, Tammy Cohen. Yeah, I'd have loved a second movie, but that cannibal guy ruined it. Okay, so yeah, February 2nd, 2024. Tammy Cohen posted about Argyle. Publishing is mad. For weeks and months, nothing happens, and you're sat at home in your dressing gown scrolling videos of strangers being given puppies on their birthdays, and suddenly you've asked to co-write a book with one of the world's biggest selling authors to go in a film by one of the world's biggest selling directors. The internet decides Taylor Swift wrote your book. You're invited to a swanky West End premiere. That's Dua Lipa's there behind son Otis's left shoulder, in which the entire audience hold up your book. Henry Cavill and Bryce Dallas Howard and Matthew Vaughn signed copies of your book. Then just as quickly as it started, it's all over and you're back to the dressing room and more dog videos and wondering in time-honored Bobby Ewing fashion, wait, was this all a dream? Read the book and watched the movie and really loved it. I hope there will be more. Yeah, so they're not doing... So they just like fully... Why did they not? Okay, yeah. So February 2nd. They could have kept this going longer if they were going to do this. Why did they not? Why waste my time? Like, you wanted a series, so why not commit to it, you know? I would have needed you to be quiet the entire time, actually. But it flipped. Yeah, I don't know. I would have let people think Taylor Swift wrote it. It's a ghostwriting thing. It's a pen name. That's kind of the whole bit. More people probably would have bought the book. I'm going to publish some of my books under a pen name, chat. I'm going to let people think Taylor Swift wrote it. My new plan. Actually, new plan. I'm going to make I'm going to make a pen name, okay, that is referenced in multiple I'm gonna use, what's one of the girls' names she uses? God, what is it? Maybe Meredith, because she names cats after women on TV that she likes. So I know she has a cat named Meredith. So Meredith something else, nothing too obvious, you know. And then there's gonna be a lot of references that are Taylor Swift adjacent, okay. And then I'm just going to have an Instagram page where I post things like Taylor Swift lyrics or something. And I'm going to let it go. I wonder if Taylor or her team stepped in and that's why it was revealed so quickly. I have no idea. No, I know. That's why it's so funny. I will just make the money while I can and then call it a day. Because when did the movie come out? Released. Yeah, released. So what? They waited a month? No, February 2nd. So then that same day, yeah, February 2nd, there was an article in the Telegraph from the actual author. You guys didn't even wait a day? Oh, Meredith Benson. Feverish speculation ends here as the Telegraph blows the cover off Ellie Conway, the world's most enigmatic spy novelist. It just didn't work. I don't know why. If you're gonna do this, you could have committed to it. Not as fun. All right. Well, that's what I had to deal with. That's what I was like, this, there was a way to do this and this was not it. It is not well done. No. Because, like, it's one of those things where, like, you gotta commit, you know? Also, they kept calling it Book One, Argyle debut novel. Like, the Instagram account is still up, and it's verified. I'm assuming this is, like, the account. Hang on. About this account. Former usernames. No. Yeah, joined November 2022. Verified September 2023. Yeah, they probably did this with the movie. That's it. Who did the Instagram then? I don't know. They really thought they had something here. They did. They didn't execute it well. That's the problem. But anyways, that's that, you know. And it's like, it's funny because I saw a video today that was like, hey, is it just me or does every movie and show suck right now? Like, why is everything so bad? And now I want to read the book because, like, they obviously had the concept already written. Did they have to work backwards, I'm assuming, with, like, the actual, like, Argyle? Like, do you just abandon the concept? Aubrey Argyle is in his early 20s, all long limbs and broad shoulders, with clear eyes and a strong chin softened by a dimple, and dark curly hair, which he has tied back with a brown elastic hand-picked up that morning from the floor of the post office in town. The strands of hair that have escaped the band have ringleted with the heat. Yesterday, the thermometer were here past 100 degrees. And while today is a few degrees cooler, the humidity is too high for the warm sweat to evaporate, so instead it forms a sticky coating on his skin. One of Argyle's narrow, bare feet is on the wooden floor. I'm sorry, in what world is Henry Cavill in his early 20s? It's great so far, so not everything. The Woman in Cabin 10 was really bad. It was not good. I did see something that apparently Keira Knightley did an interview where she talked about how apparently everything is optimized for second screen viewing. Meaning, like, people have movies and TV shows on right now while they're doing something else. So everything, that's why you have, like, characters explaining what they're doing while they're doing it. Or there's not these, like, super detailed plots of movies and stuff when they end up on streaming. Which is dumb, and I hate it. Thank you for following. Also, the interview of her apologizing for taking the Harry Potter audiobook job. Oh, yeah. I purposely haven't seen it just because I heard it's really bad. So I'm not watching that. Again, I'm not surprised by any of these people being shitty. I'm just not. I refuse to allow that to, like, shock me or anything like that. Because we're just proven again and again that a lot of these people suck. Of her apologizing for taking the Harry Potter video. Listen, even if I'm second screen viewing, I can tell what's going on. I don't need everything to be explained to me. Yeah, I'm watching you as I start another Baldur's Gate 3 game. Of course you are. I can't argue that I do that, but I don't. I mean, a lot of you guys use me as second screen viewing. Like, I'm on in the background while you guys are doing art and things like that. That doesn't surprise me. But you know, that doesn't mean that like and like I do that also. Like sometimes I over explain things because I do have audio viewers, but like I don't over like I would never dumb down a story because you're not watching me. You know what I'm saying? Or I like wouldn't use visual cues because you guys aren't watching, you know? Me who is chipping away at a final. No, it's just like and like people do that. Who cares? It doesn't mean that everything needs to suck now. All right. Oh yeah, do you guys want to see do you guys want to see Moist Critical reacting to Jack Doherty getting arrested? Jack got arrested. It's not surprising at all. Jack Doherty is someone I've made a video on previously, chat. Last year, I believe, I did a video about how he crashed his McLaren while he was driving in the rain while speeding and also looking at his phone while he was driving in LA. And he ended up crashing his McLaren, and it was incredibly stupid, and I was incredibly upset about it because I was like, how the fuck do you think this is okay in any capacity? There's other shit that he's involved. It's been alluded that he basically engaged in what could potentially be seen as digital human trafficking with his girlfriend, getting her into OnlyFans and taking money from her. When she tried to leave, he tried to lock her out of the accounts. She ended up locking him out of the accounts. It's a whole thing. She has talked about it more. He now has a different girlfriend that I think also does OnlyFans. A side note, your boyfriend does not need to be your manager, ever. Listen, I am one of those people where if you choose to go into that, one, please wait till you're a little bit older. The moment you turn 18, no. I need your frontal lobe to be a little bit more developed because that is the rest of your life, even if you don't realize it. But if you do decide to go into making adult content, do not let your boyfriend be your manager. You don't need a manager right away. Be aware of these management companies, okay? If your boyfriend is telling you should get into OF, red flag, especially if you just started dating, red flag, okay? It's locked up and they throw away the key. Did not hear any of that before, just the crash stuff. Oh no, the girlfriend stuff happened later. Okay.
Close attention, you might have noticed that I'm not in my normal lair. The audio levels are getting wacky. What's going on here?
So, it seems like the mic is a bit on the fritz here, so I got you with that Decepticon intro.
I never want you guys bitching about my mic again. This has 2.2 million views. 2.3 million views. And his voice is coming through a Darth Vader talking machine, okay? You guys don't actually give a shit about audio. Some of you just like to bitch and moan about audio, okay? If the content is there, you'll watch it. Okay, bye.
I could edit it out, but I'm not gonna.
Kamika, he was running a management company. It was his girlfriend was the first one, then all these girls joined. And they one by one left, so she was alone with him in the house. And he was relying on her, quote, $500,000 a month that she was bringing in. And so when she left, he acted like she stole all this money from him and stuff, when really he was clearly a psycho. And that's why all of her friends also left. And then it was time for her to leave.
Anyway, I just saw the big news. The little man going to the big house. Jack Doherty got arrested. You ever seen a grown man hit the hot dog? Yep. Jack Doherty in jail. Jack Doherty in jail. Barbecue chicken alert. Oh my God, what amazing news. So yeah, the astute observers out there, you noticed I'm not in my normal dungeon, my normal troglodyte cave-dwelling ways. I'm right now at a hotel. I said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood isn't my favorite film, so I had to go
God,
into
his face
hiding.
looks vertically
That audio
squished.
solution I cooked up there wasn't a whole lot better, so I'm going to try this. I'm talking to you through here, but I'm looking at you through here.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible? The 21st century technology capabilities we have, mind-boggling stuff. Anyway,
I'm here in Orlando at the Vans Warped Tour. We're partnered with the Vans Warped Tour here at Cheeky, so we have a big booth set up. If you're here, feel free to come stop by, get some free soap, win some soap, or just go to usecheeky.com and buy yourself some soap. We got a solo leveling collab that just came out. Best soap in the universe. But anyway, I
Gotta
peeled
get the
myself
plug in
away
there.
from the event so I could come in here into this nice, wonderful dojo and just yap about some great news I just found out about Jack Doherty going to the Slammer. It
He was
is
arrested, chat.
incredible stuff.
Not for
When
what
I
you think.
saw the headlines, it reminded me of that feeling I got when I first received a text from a girl.
Oh, also, if you guys remember, there was a party a couple of years ago, and Jack Doherty was being a shithead to Corinna Koff. Okay, I think calling her a bunch of names relating to her digital content. And she was like, "What is your problem? I find out you're telling your stream that like I'm all these names. What are you doing?" And one of her friends was with her, and his security guard like punched him in the face and knocked him out, like one of Corinna's friends. And so there was like a whole possible like lawsuit, possible charges being pressed. He ended up firing that security guard. But Jack Doherty is one of those streamers that like antagonizes shit and then hides behind his big ass security guards. He was streaming on a Kick. I think he's been unbanned from streaming on Kick. He was banned for a while. He fluctuates a lot. He's like hip hopping around all of the live streaming platforms. So yeah,
Inviting me to stay the
the
night.
security guard's in jail.
Butterflies in my stomach and a little bit of cum in my pants. This is a great.
I'm sorry. Fucking Charlie. I'm gonna come in my pants. Jesus. Okay.
So let's go ahead and look at the arrest footage together, and then we'll dive a bit more into the spaghetti and the meatballs about what actually unfolded to lead
Sorry,
to such a
I heard it
miraculous series
and I
of
had
events.
to was like, what?
What? No.
I got him. Hey, yo, you don't want to go neither.
His security guard being like, I got him is crazy.
Back up. Yo, back up. Yo.
Why do you have your phone out?
Go to the sidewalk now. Go to the sidewalk now. You want to go with him?
You want to be fucking funny.
Go to the sidewalk now.
You want to be funny. Tell you to get on the street, go on the fucking street. I know who the fuck you think you are, bro. No, you're fucking not. Like, after I fucking do this, who the fuck are you, bro?
I was trying to walk up the street for the
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the fucking sidewalk. That's it. And you want to be fucking funny. That's it, bro.
3JD. 3JD.
He just had to get his head out of his ass for like 10 minutes and then this wouldn't have happened. I believe they found drugs on him after this.
Everything gotta be some goddamn content, man.
Oh,
What?
look who you're
No.
fucking talking
That
about.
doesn't put a smile on your face.
Charged with
and
possession of a
nothing will.
controlled
That would make even
substance,
the
possession of
Grinch's heart
marijuana,
grow
and
three
resisting an
sizes seeing that
officer
arrest
without
footage there.
violence, according
The
to
officer
online
repeating,
booking
"Who the fuck
records.
Are you right to Jack Dorkey's little face there? I know that was soul crushing.
Possessing
that was a
amphetamine.
dagger. That was a wooden stake through the vampire's heart. Hearing the officer just bitch on him like that in the arrest footage. But yeah, anyway, Sack Dorkey here, 22, which by the way, what a brutal existence being 22 years old and looking
Jesus.
like that. Goober still looks like he puts his teeth under his pillow waiting for the tooth fairy to leave him a quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if this dude's asking for the coloring sheets at restaurants that he pays visits to. Even his mugshot. He looks like he's posing for the middle school yearbook or something. This guy just super sucks, and he literally looks like a baby man.
So, for those of you that don't know about Jack, Jack is one of those YouTubers / creators that got famous at like 14. I think he had a big video with the Paul brothers when he was like 14. And that is why every day I am thankful that I didn't have a viral video until I was 22. Because at least I had been through real life bullshit, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people that you meet in this space whose first real job is content, a lot of them act like this. Complete, entitled shitheads, okay? Because they've never had to truly, really experience most hardship in life. Not that they haven't experienced hardship. There's probably shit that Jack's been through. But the problem is when you're making millions of dollars before you turn 18, you often become a piece of shit, unfortunately. There are exceptions. I have met some creators that are lovely people that, you know, are still very down to earth, even though they were making millions of dollars by the time they were like 17, okay? A lot of them, though, unfortunately turn out like this. Thank you for subscribing. CEO, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Wah, 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 wah. Thank you for subscribing. Unfortunately, a lot of them turn out like this, and it's an epidemic on the YouTube space. I don't tolerate shit like this. A lot of creators don't. And unfortunately, a lot of these people end up streaming, and a lot of them are currently streaming on Kick. So his mom, I think, definitely enables him, but also you can see that she is trying, but she also, you know, likes the money. I talked about this in my video that I made last year when he crashed the McLaren, because he posted a vlog the same day where his mom openly told him, like, no more smoking weed and driving. And he's like, I'm not. Like, I wasn't. And it's like, you left that on fucking camera. Like, you left that on camera? What are we doing? And she's like, they're talking about the money. Like, I think she asked for the credit card to pay for something at the house while she's there. Like, I don't know. And this is why, again, I don't like kids becoming their parents' meal tickets. I just don't. I really don't. I think it's too slippery of a slope. I think it's too much, you know? That I finally caught a stream. Welcome in.
And it's got to be awful. It's actually just got to be truly terrible. But anyway, he was charged with possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and resisting an officer without violence, according to the online booking records. The charging records accused Doherty of possessing amphetamine as well. So it's all drug charges. I haven't passed the bar, so I don't know how serious all of this is. All I'm saying is I think we can pump these numbers up a little bit here, get some more charges on the books here. I think it requires a further investigation. There's a good chance he was transporting uranium-235 in his prison wallet. All I'm saying is we've got to take a peek. I definitely think there's some...
You think I'm reacting to the uranium. I'm reacting to the phrase prison wallet. What's crazy is I don't doubt that Jack would try and get, you know, uranium for a bit. I don't doubt it. I don't think he can spell uranium, but, like, I don't doubt that he would maybe try and get his hands on it for content, you know? Fortunately, I have a get back to work. Bye.
Some more charges we can find to slap on there for sure. Maybe there's some rumors of Jack Doherty looking to steal the Declaration of Independence for some content. The Miami Beach Police Department remains steadfast in its commitment to maintain public safety and order throughout the city regardless of celebrity status, is what the agency said in response to all this. It's very cute that they say celebrity status because Jack is not a celebrity. He is a knuckle sandwich magnet. I guess he's very...
And its commitment to maintain public safety. This is going to ruin the Twitter chat. You guys, we don't know. Maybe he's freshly 22. We don't know. You know, maybe that's why he was transporting amphetamines. Fists,
but he's not really a celebrity per se. He's just this public spittoon everyone likes to take turns spitting on. The department will continue to take proactive enforcement against action against behavior that endangers residents, visitors, or officers, and will hold all...
You know what's so funny? And I think that's where... because, like, I've talked about this here and there. The difference between, like, true celebrity and internet celebrity, you know? Regardless of celebrity status, it's something that comes up a lot. We see this in a lot of videos of famous TikTokers and the like getting arrested or pulled over without, don't you know who I am? Or they, like, explain how many followers they have, usually agitated as a means of trying to get out of the ticket or something. And it's like... I know very few instances of, like, real celebrities, like famous people getting out of tickets. Sometimes they're like, oh, okay. Like, they kind of play it really chill, you know, and then they're like, oh, holy shit, you're you. Or you obviously have the, this is going to ruin the tour moments, you know, where they kind of try and play it, but then the person doesn't know who you are. But, like, typically where you end up getting out of a ticket in those instances is someone recognizes you and maybe goes easy on you or something like that. Rarely do you fully get away with it. And if you fully get away with it, it's because you kind of paid someone off, probably. You know, that's where we get out of celebrity status. And then we get into fraud, crime, you know. You're involved in the shenanigans of the inner workings of the city. You know what I'm saying? That's where we get into organized crime, things like that, okay? And for some reason, internet celebrities often think they're like above the like organized crime setting, which I don't get. I'm assuming they think because of like the ability to leverage their online audiences, they think that that's going to be helpful in like bullying cops. And like, I'm for police reform, obviously, but like, it's always fascinating to me when they go that route. I'm like, why did you think this would work? Where did this come from? You know, regardless of celebrity status is fascinating. Because also, I feel like we hear about it weekly of celebrities and athletes and the like getting arrested for having drugs in an airport. You know, like, why do we think that being a celebrity will help you with crime, let alone a YouTuber or Twitch streamer, you know? You're never going to get it. If only you can get it, police are the ones giving it to you. Yeah, like you have to avoid, like that has to work for you. Like I talked about this the other day, chat, because I talked about Ace Fest. And I talked about how I was at a really great size and like culturally being known because the people working the event, a lot of them knew who I was and kept giving me like little perks or kickbacks or like details. Whereas other people that were like running the event, like actually like putting it on, had no idea who I was because I wasn't well known enough. And so I wasn't on any of the blacklists. They weren't keeping an eye on me, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And so like, but I would never drive up to like a, you know, parking stand and be like, don't you know who I am? No, it was nice where the girl was like, yeah, swell, go on in. Like that's what happens, you know? It's just wild to me. Got out of a ticket for speeding because her dad to the airport. Yeah. No, for example, like every time I've been pulled over for speeding, chat, the first thing the cop asks me every single time, is there a reason you were speeding today? And oftentimes it's like, no, I fucked up. my foot was on the gas a little too hard. That's all. Like, yeah, my dad's in the hospital. I gotta go. I don't do that though, because I try not to be a shithead. This is gonna ruin the TikTok. Don't you know who I am game? You're going to get a fuck you game in response. Yeah, it never goes well, the don't you know who I am game.
All individuals accountable under the law.
But even the security guard going, I got him. Who the fuck? No, fuck off.
As for the series of fortunate events that led to this, apparently...
He blocked traffic. Okay, hang on, I'm reading this. At 3:12 a.m., dumb. Saturday, Miami Beach police officers were conducting a high visibility detail along the 700 block of Washington Avenue within the city's entertainment district when a group of individuals entered the road from the east sidewalk into the northbound lanes. A man from the group, later identified as Doherty, separated from them and attempted to engage officers to create video content, positioning himself in the middle of the roadway with passing vehicular traffic and creating a significant safety hazard. You dumb fucker. God. Miami Beach police officers began issuing multiple commands to direct Doherty to exit the roadway, but he refused. Even after his group urged him to comply, he continued. Whoops.
In the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse were blocking traffic.
I did not know cops asked that.
The leader of the goof troop, he wanted.
It's been a few times. It's like, it's normally like if I pull over really quickly. The last time it happened was 2-3 years ago. I had Hermes in the car with me. We were about to drive to OC, and I was heading over to my P.O. box. And I was on Beverly Road, which for those of you who've never been on Beverly, chat, there's a part of Beverly that turns from like standard traffic to residential for like a couple of blocks. And I was just going like just this much too fast in the residential zone. So cop was hiding, pulled me over. I pulled over immediately. There was a bunch of spots, so I was able to pull over. And you know, he gave me a ticket. I think it was like a $300 ticket. It was fucked. It was a high amount. But they were asking if there was a reason that I was speeding, and I was like, no. I'm trying to get to my dad's place. I'm running an errand. Hermes was very good, though, that entire time. I think he probably asked as well because I had my dog in the car, and so maybe he thought I was heading to, like, a vet emergency or something. I've only been pulled over once, and he immediately ran my shit and then let me go with a warning. No, see, every time I've been pulled over, I've gotten a ticket. Another time, this one was fucked up, but it also, I deserved this ticket, but it was also not my fault. I had just gotten my license. I was 18. And my dad demanded that I drive my brother to school. my brother was late, and so I was late because I was driving him to school, and we were at the intersection, and I was supposed to turn onto the street to the school zone, and it was a don't turn because there was kids crossing, and some guy behind me was honking, and so Grant's like yelling at me simultaneously, telling me he's gonna be late for the bell, and so I ended up making the turn, and there was a cop in the gas station right here, and he pulled me over in the parking lot. My brother ran into school, and I just started sobbing because I was like so overwhelmed. I just started crying, and he was like, this is like your first infraction. I have to give you the ticket because of where exactly we are. Like, but he like brought me over to his car. He showed me on his dash cam. He was like, how close do you think you were to those kids? No one got hurt. You didn't hit anyone. You didn't make contact. But how close do you think you were to those kids? And he showed me the video. Because the way that the street was, the crossing, it was like a little hump. So from my angle, they looked to be over that way, like way further that way. Like I had plenty of space. No. No. I deserved that one. I deserved that one. It was a collaboration of issues, but I deserved that point on my license. That one was a point. I got 1 point, I think, on my license for that one. I don't remember the amount. I do know it hit my license. I was like 18. I was mortified. And then my fucking brother, I was pissed too, because he was like making fun of me with his friends, because he was like, yeah, my sister was crying. I was like, go fuck, I'm actually gonna beat your ass in front of your school, actually, maybe. And he left his lunch in my car, and I should have driven off with it. Instead, I brought it to the office like a good sister.
Take things a bit further, a bit too close to the sun, like Icarus here. Around 3:12 a.m. Saturday.
Hermes, we just went outside. Hold on. No, stop. Come here. I swear, he only wants to go outside when it's raining.
In Miami Beach, police officers were conducting a high visibility detail when a group of individuals entered the roadway from the east sidewalk into northbound lanes. A man from the group, identified as Doherty, separated from them and attempted to engage officers to create video content, positioning himself in the middle of the roadway
This is
with
so dumb.
passing
We already watched
vehicular
this.
sound. That's become his like go-to strategy. That is his anime finishing move. He causes a ruckus and then hides behind his much larger men that are paid to protect him.
Money.
Like, the people that are paid to put up with him are the ones that he just tries to hide behind while slinging insults and just being a douchebag. And that did not fly here with the officers. So in an effort to clip farm here by, I don't know, trying to be a big man on the officers and then hide behind his security guards, he ends up getting arrested and then charged with a lot of ancillary drug charges as well that they happen to found. So they began issuing multiple commands to get him off the roadway, but he kept refusing. Even his group was apparently urging him to comply, like they were tugging on his nipples, like, Jack, come on, we gotta get back there, please. But he was just so fixated on trying to get just a crumb of attention out of all of this for his god-awful content. They continue warning him that he would be arrested if he continues.
Once I'm done with this bet... Deliberate refusal to follow lawful orders and continued to obstruct traffic. God. Half of an orange oval-shaped pill with 3 imprinted on it, consistent with a Schedule II amphetamine, as well as a black plastic container holding 3 hand-rolled suspected cannabis cigarettes, weighing approximately 4.0 grams combined.
And his response was apparently, once I'm done with this bet, which is a fucking stupid bet in the first place, just go play
It's
in
so
traffic.
dumb.
That bet is someone hoping that you'll get yourself
Go play
killed.
chicken with the road.
Jack doesn't realize that. Miami Beach police safely apprehended him in the middle of the road, and due to his deliberate refusal to follow lawful orders and continue to obstruct traffic. They then searched his person, found half an orange oval-shaped pill with 3 imprints on it, consistent with Schedule II amphetamine, as well as a black plastic container holding 3 hand-rolled suspected cannabis cigarettes weighing
This
approximately
dude.
4 grams combined. So they got him. That's enough to put him away there for a little bit. They posted his bond. I don't know if he's made bail or not yet. I'd always heard rumors that Jack actually doesn't have any money left, and since I haven't read anything about him being bailed out, maybe that's very true. Maybe all of his money goes into drugs and his security guards to hide behind. I don't know.
They
I do
think
know,
they're
though, is
untouchable.
that
These kids
this is a
think they're
feel-good
fucking
story.
untouchable.
This is one of those things that's gonna make you smile, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Jack, this might actually be the best thing he's ever done. They were saying that he was doing this as like a joke or something earlier, but he's never made a good joke in his life until today. The closest thing he'd come to making me laugh in the past was when he crashed his McLaren, but this one was special. He had me giggling.
Stop.
So thank you,
What are you-
Jack.
What are you doing? I swear he's trying to get on the counter or something. Can you stop, please? Bubba's.
The only thing I wish is that you had waited for me to get home so I could properly make a video about this instead of having to just, come together and haphazardly throw some shit here to try and make something on it.
Face first into reality, yeah. God. They always do this, and then it's like, someone else got arrested. Do you guys want to see who else got arrested? Let me see if I can find his video. Was there a video about it? If not, I can just pull up the article. Someone else got arrested. Did you guys hear Whistling Diesel got arrested? Whistling Diesel is a YouTuber. He was arrested in Tennessee. This is from TMZ. For tax evasion. He's a car YouTuber. You guys may have seen him beating the shit out of a Cybertruck. I think he's also friends with Jake Paul. Okay. Why would I talk about that, Moonrise? Respectfully. Also, it's not. It might be worse than we think it is. Because it's not Bill Clinton, apparently. Bubba was the name of Ghislaine Maxwell's horse, apparently. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's all I'm going to say. I am not touching this with a 10-foot fucking pole. This whole thing is horrifying. I also don't want to joke about this at all because I think that the Epstein files need to come out. And unfortunately, I see people joking about the fact of like a possible blowjob, which I get it in theory is funny, but also we need to remember that there is like very real victims involved with the Epstein case that are not getting justice because these files are not coming out. I'm team fuck everyone that's on that list. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Nobel Prize winners, whatever the fuck. Take them out. Get out of my fucking government. Get out of my fucking country. Fuck all the way off. That's where I'm at. So release the list, expose everything. The end. But that's it. That's someone said that apparently Bubba is not Clinton. Is what I've seen reported. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. We're not talking about this because I don't think it's stream yapping shit. Okay, I'm not the person to talk about it. I will talk about a YouTuber being arrested for tax evasion, though. That's easy. This is from TMZ. This is published 2 days ago. Hey, Bubbies, are you up here now? What are you doing? Come here. I love you. Do you want to hear about the car guy getting arrested for tax evasion? Whistling Diesel, a YouTuber with more than 10 million followers, has been arrested for tax evasion, TMZ has learned. I realized I sounded crazier with that on my head. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the star, whose real name is Cody Detweiler, was arrested Wednesday afternoon and booked into Williamson County Jail in Franklin, Tennessee. He bonded out of jail later in the day. And here's his mugshot. According to the indictment obtained by TMZ, Whistling Diesel is facing 2 felony counts of tax evasion related to the sales tax owed on a 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo, apparently purchased in January of 2023. A Ferrari F8 appears in a video Whistling Diesel posted to YouTube in August of 2023 when the car caught on fire while he tried to drive it through the middle of a field. The van that was... that was driving alongside the Ferrari also appears to catch fire. Whistling Diesel became popular online for a variety of videos. Apparently what it is for the tax evasion, by the way. This is very popular with people with luxury cars. Apparently, if you register your cars in Montana, you don't actually have to pay certain taxes on them for having a luxury vehicle. So that's where if you go to a car meet or like a car event, you'll see a lot of Montana plates, and it's because they are engaging in a little bit of tax fraud. Just the baby kind. But like it's still a lot of money because of the types of cars you are dealing with. And one thing about the IRS is they're going to get their fucking money. Okay? So he probably, registered it with Montana. Let me see if I can find more. Tied to burned Ferrari. Alleged tax evasion tied to burned Ferrari. Road and Track talked about it. Jeez. It's presumably the same one featured. Okay. To his purchase of a 2020 Ferrari. Our videos is clearly no longer with us, but the headache remains. Okay. Or they did not. Was it with the tax evasion related? Is the car fully gone or what? Detweiler shared information about his arrest on his Whistling Diesel Instagram page, including videos and stills of him being taken into the police car, a screenshot of his arrest record, and a copy of his mugshot with a caption that read, "One so big they thought I was cheating. 100% real, not AI." The indictment was sworn into the Williams County. He has since been bailed out on a surly bond of $20,000. Cody states, count one states that Cody Shane Detweiler, here therefore to wit on or about January 30th, 2023, before finding of this presentment in said county and state, did unlawfully and willingly attempt in any manner to evade or defeat any tax due to the state of Tennessee in an amount of $500 or more, to wit sales tax due on the purchase of a 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo, in violation of Tennessee Code annotated 6711440, a Class C felony, and abasing the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee. Count 2 repeats the same language but presents the tax evasion to the Whistling Diesel LLC. The Ferrari in question is presumably the 2020 Ferrari F8 Tributo that the YouTube sensation accidentally set on fire along with a rental van in a cornfield 2 years ago. The video which shows the fire. What are you chewing on? No, stop. What is that? What is that? No. Okay. Anywhere but in Montana is embarrassing. Let's see. While it's unclear whether the set on fire along with the rental van in a cornfield. The video, which shows the fire rapidly engulfing the two vehicles, has garnered over 16 million views on the Whistling Diesel YouTube page. In its videos, WD's Ferrari had Montana plates on it because of Big Sky Country. In Big Sky Country, there is no sales or excise tax on vehicles, a loophole used by supercar owners for decades that many states are looking to snuff out. While it is unclear whether the out-of-state registration is directly involved in the tax evasion charges against Detweiler and the WD in relation to this vehicle. Can you stop? Hi, what are you doing? What are we doing? Sales tax alone on a $400,000 purchase is enough to send supercar owners looking for such loopholes. Tennessee is more on the national average of the 7% state tax, not including additional county or local sales tax, which could raise the tax on a purchase closer to 10%. Detweiler's first hearing will be held in Williamson County, Tennessee on Wednesday, November 19th at 8:55 a.m. local time, according to the country's online record system. But yeah, that's where it's at. Can you stop? Hi, what are we doing? Hermes, what are we doing? He's begging for attention. No, he's not. Come here. He's trying to eat things that I don't know. No, come here, goober. Oh. He's not begging for attention. He's begging to go outside even though it's raining, and I know he will take one foot and then turn around. We have to wait till it stops for a little bit. He's like, mother, help. Hi. Silly Billy. He's like, this bitch. She won't make the rain stop for me. He's always having an existential crisis. Have existential thoughts. Like a winner. The big boobies. The big babies. I crave rain, mother. He hates the rain, though. That's the thing. It's like he'll go outside, and then he'll be like, no, why am I out here? Oh, gosh. What? Sit down. What are we doing? Are you trying to turn around? What are you doing? Just get comfy. Just get comfy. Hi. Yes. Do you want to get down? You can get down. You are a silly boy. What? What? I'm talking to the internet people, Hermes. He said, where's the walks? Flags for avoiding sales tax, lamer than how they got Al Capone. It's always so funny. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What? Let's see. What are you doing? Get down. No. What is that? Stop. 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 How did you get that? I swear, you're just being a what are you doing? You have toys downstairs. What? What? I love you. You're a silly boy. Bye. LOL. Quietly sad. He's not sad. He's just a brat. You're a silly boy. He's also not a big lap dog, you know, like he'll jump on my lap from time to time, but he won't stay there very long. He's not like a sit in your lap type of dog. Let's see. I love you. What are you doing? He's just like putting his head in my hand, chat. Let's see. How are you writing Project Sewing? Completely abandoned currently. Because I got sick. I will return to them. Will they hit 50,000 words by the end of this month? God fucking no. No. Unless at the end of the month I fully lock in, but we'll see. We shall see. How are you feeling? Not great. Not feeling great, frankly. Hi, Feathers. Okay. Guess what we're gonna watch now, because I can. Also, Anarchy, if you are still here, we're gonna watch scary videos. Back to Bizarre Barbs.
On the night of November 16 of 2024, a school teacher stands outside of his class while struggling to remain calm. Only a few minutes ago, he was just inside setting up decorations for his class
Anarchy.
when he had to stop and immediately walk out after seeing something that made him jump out of his skin. Now, the school that he teaches at doesn't really have a history of paranormal occurrences, but the students there would often make up stories and rumors about the school being haunted, specifically by a student who used to go there. Whether or not this student actually existed remains a mystery. But tonight, after encountering what just happened, he no doubt believes that his class is haunted, if not the whole school. This is what he caught.
Okay.
All right, I'm just finishing up putting up decorations for the students when we get back. I was on the smart board setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor, and
What?
let me show you.
We won't be live too much longer. I should stop talking. Were you by the scary door, bro?
Do you see? Do you see?
The blanket on the chair? Oh, okay. That could just be the chair blanket, the jacket on the chair. Never mind, you can't see it from this angle, but like there was a chair blanket. I do think this is a trick of the light.
I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
They raise their hand. If it moves, I'll be like impressed, but like I don't think it's moving. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like just something hanging or something. I think it's just like a trick of the light. I really don't think it's anything. Okay, he's
It
creeped
appears
out.
that someone is sitting at a desk towards the back of the class while facing the board in front of it.
I'll
Now,
give you
just
that.
for
That's
reference,
creepy.
this is what it usually looks like when there isn't someone occupying a seat. Nothing stands
That's
out
fair.
because clearly
I'll give you that.
nothing
That's
is there.
creepy. That would also
but
scare me.
somehow, either someone
That would
or
creep me out.
something
If I was
appears.
working late, that would creep
It's
me
hard
out.
to make out any specific features, but there's
That would definitely make me do a double take. Like if I was walking through the classroom and setting something up and then I saw that on the smart board, I would be like, what the fuck?
definitely an outline resembling that of a child's, as viewers noted. Because of this, the instructor believes that the spirit of a former student had come to see him. However, they had come way too late to class. Now, it's worth noting that a few months ago, the school had an accident involving someone who went there. It isn't certain, but the following footage might be related.
What's happening? See, but they just put a girl in the back.
I don't like this maybe connected content. I don't like this.
The specifics of what occurred are
You didn't
unknown,
need this.
but
You
according
didn't
to a
need this.
source, the student had unfortunately passed away only days after the accident. Ever since then, the kids at the school would come up with rumors saying that the girl's spirit haunts the building. If that's so, then this definitely makes what was captured a whole lot more interesting. But of course, I'll let you come up with your own judgment. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or might there be something that could possibly explain what was captured? As always, let me know what you think down below. Now, the following footage was recently shared by a mother who was home alone when this happened. The only other person inside the house was her baby, who had just been put to sleep in her crib. It's been a hectic night trying to calm her down, as she wouldn't stop crying. According to Angela, the mother, her baby would continuously stare at an empty space before bursting into tears. It was definitely strange, but it wasn't something Angela found concerning. That is, until the following incident took place. At around 10 at night, Angela is woken up by a notification on her phone, alerting her that a person has been detected in the back patio. She immediately checks the security camera outside her house from her smartphone to see if maybe her husband was back from work. Instead, she sees this.
Oh, that's weird. That's a kid. Do you have a kid? Do you have a kid? Okay, well, I don't know.
At first, Angela thought that the figure was simply a case of pareidolia, but then suddenly, this happens. The figure, which Angela thinks
Don't
looks
like
like a
that.
little girl, slowly dissipates into thin air. Just like that, the silhouette is gone. Now, Angela has made a video showing where the little girl had appeared, While it does give some context, her video makes the footage a whole lot creepier.
Okay, so this is the area, the door that it was like standing inside. We don't have anything or keep anything in this area because it's a walkway and it would be really awkward. And then this is where the security camera is.
The corner dolls people have.
So when I looked
corner
at the footage,
dolls?
I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that though.
It's the fact that Angela shows what it looks like if someone were to be standing at the door that makes the footage creepier. If Angela's body wasn't able to be seen, as she demonstrates,
So she's
then how
not
is
leaning
this
against the
clearly
door.
apparent? They, or it, just stands there
It's leaning
completely
against the door,
motionless.
lower.
While she doesn't know for sure if this was something paranormal, she now knows what it was that her child was looking at. She believes that this had been responsible for making her baby upset. But of course, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured? On September 20th of 2020, a father decides to record his two sons
Oh, we've
during
seen
a
this
playful
one.
activity. Both his kids are engaged momentarily. A building that hasn't been occupied for years. Nothing about this building had stood out to the friends until they saw this.
That's on a string.
Now at first glance, the so-called ghost appears to be mistaken for
On
a
a
plastic
string.
bag. This is so considering that it looks to be caught on a wire that's connected to the building.
Yeah.
But as the video plays out, the notion of this being a bag suddenly becomes questionable. If this had been nothing more than a piece of plastic,
Just a
then how does
plastic
one explain the
bag
following?
drifting through the
As all
wind.
friends continue to watch the alleged bag, this happens.
Yeah, it came loose. This does not seem that real to me. If it moves again, somewhere else. Okay, weird. but
Whatever
like,
this might have been just floats around before somehow vanishing, but it does this only after the friends started calling out to it. It's as if it was hiding away from them. Now it could very
Is
well
there
be that
another
its
dark
movement was
building with
merely a
no light?
coincidence that occurred when they shouted, but despite that, it doesn't explain how it just disappears into nothingness. For this reason, the group believes a ghost was on the roof of this abandoned building. Ghost or not, neither viewers nor the group could explain just how exactly this white object vanished without a trace. Like most videos, there has yet to be a definitive explanation for what was caught. On October 18th of 2024, a video recorded by a security camera inside a classroom began spreading among students after many were freaked out by what was captured. The footage was initially posted by the teacher of this classroom. Mr. Simon, the instructor in question, wanted to share something creepy that he came across while looking at video recordings of his lectures. Rarely does he ever check the camera, but apparently, a student of his had complained about being bullied by a classmate. So naturally, Mr. Simon checks the camera to see what was going on between the two. But while checking, he sees a notification saying that motion was detected at 10 p.m. on October 17th. Now this was odd, considering that school was closed during this time. He checks the footage, expecting a thief or a janitor to appear. But instead, he ends up seeing something that scares the living daylights out of him.
Okay, let's see it.
This is what he saw.
Is it just moving around because it's glitching? Am I supposed to be freaked out by the lighting changing on the door? Which is what cameras do, auto. This is silly. Does something come out? This is just a glitch, if anything. Is this it? there's a face, I'm gonna start screaming. I mean, it is weird.
It's easy to miss the first time, but in case you did, something appears at the entrance to the classroom
No, it
after a
doesn't.
few
It's the
rotations
lights.
from the camera.
It's the lights adjusting because it's night vision. It does that. It's looking for any form of light source for movement, etc. This is silly.
It's pretty faint, but it's
It's
there.
just it readjusting.
The camera
It's
seems
just
to
the light
notice
on the
it
door
as it stops
readjusting the
moving
camera.
and stays pointing at the figure. But when it sees
It's
it,
not a
the
figure.
figure just seemingly
You
vanishes.
literally can see the rest of the light around the room adjusting, and then it goes away. It's because it's a light refraction.
The misty apparition, as Mr. Simon calls it, is no longer a figure
This is
again.
silly.
I'm caught footage of something pretty creepy. This video was submitted to me by Gregory P., who saw the clip on a local news station. Upon seeing what was captured, he immediately knew that the incident was anything but normal. As the couple drive down the road, they see this.
Okay, let's see it. What the fuck?
Там мужик на дороге стоял.
That's just someone standing in the road, dude. Being an asshole.
Out of nowhere, a mysterious silhouette shows up in front of
It's
the
a
car.
dude on
Its
his
sudden
phone.
appearance was startling enough that the woman driving swerved upon seeing it. While it may seem like someone was actually standing
Not
there,
today.
something about them has led viewers to believe that this figure was no person at all.
It's a person, they're in a jacket, they're looking at their phone clearly, or he's looking down at something. Clearly he's lost. Clearly thought that this was not a separate lane based off this clear, unbroken line. This is a broken line. He clearly thought he wasn't actually in the road because he starts looking up at them.
Given that they, or it, doesn't flinch upon seeing the approaching vehicle.
Is this not even a full... I think you weren't in the lane. I think this is the lane. I don't think you were in the fucking lane. I think this is on you. I think they were off on a bike lane or something, which, yeah, but maybe they shouldn't have been standing there.
And also that they just manifest out of nowhere.
They don't manifest out of nowhere. They come into view of your high beams. What are we doing?
It's believed that this was paranormal. Although
Well,
it's hard
pull
to
it
say for
together.
sure if that's so, at least it's certain that most viewers think something unexplainable was captured.
No. That's a person just standing in the road. Because also, I don't even think you're on the road. Yeah, the car
Now
was on
this
the
next
emergency
video
lane.
was submitted
Yeah.
to me by Sienna G, who received the following clip from her aunt. In the footage, Sienna's aunt is filming
baby.
her son, who appears to be roaming around inside a room.
Did we watch this
Although
one?
initially thinking that her aunt had sent her a cute video of her little cousin, Sienna soon felt that something was off about the clip. It wasn't obvious at first, but upon watching it the second time, she instantly got chills. The clip, as it turns out, was sent to Sienna because something strange was captured. Have a look.
How mommy say got the stuff look like this? Check it out.
Oh, yeah, we did see this. And we were like, what the fuck?
Come on.
She's a runner. She's a track star. I can't talk.
As Sienna's aunt films her son, she catches something passing by in front of the camera, but it's really quick when it happens. At exactly 17 seconds into the video, a dark silhouette emerges from the left side of the screen before making its way across the room. By slowing the footage, one can see that something distinct is moving past the camera, but it's also when you slow the footage that the video gets even more creepy.
You see the shadow in the
Looking at
background.
the figure frame by frame, you'll notice that it has a full torso and also what looks like
What?
an arm. However, one
What
thing
are
is
we
missing,
talking about?
its head. Despite
You could argue that. I thought that was the head.
that talk in the bedroom, it appears that no one else is around except maybe their pet dog. But according to the mother who sent me this clip, there is no way that her dog was responsible for this creepy incident.
Okay.
If no one else was present in the kitchen during this time, as she states, then what was this?
Hey. Depot. Come here. What, baby?
I destroyed your glasses.
Understandably, the child's parents were freaked out upon listening to what was captured. Either in the kitchen or somewhere else in the house, a loud screech is heard. Someone in the house had screamed, but this doesn't make any sense as no one else lives there except them, who certainly didn't scream during this recording. Now, even stranger is the fact that their daughter had no reaction whatsoever to the sound.
Yeah, because it's
In
like
fact,
glitch.
no one else had heard it when it happened. Whether person or ghost, the family has no clue as to who or what had made the noise. In this last video, a man who lives alone recorded a video to show what's been happening ever since he moved in. The apartment that he's currently renting isn't exactly a place he calls home. Almost every night,
like a
something
screech of a
strange
tire,
happens.
maybe?
From tapping noises coming from outside his window to things moving on their own as if tipped over by someone, he no doubt believes that his new place is haunted. Now, he's been recording a couple occurrences ever since moving in, but the most recent video on his page is by far the most unsettling encounter he's ever had. It's late at night when this is captured.
Время 2:30 ночи. А мы только начинаем веселиться. Проснулся от стука.
Yeah, that's none of my business.
Из шкафа. А это одна
Grab a
сторона.
weapon.
Левая дверца. Слегка приоткрывается и стучит. Не знаю, видно, не видно.
Mouse? Yeah, fuck that. Why is it breathing? I don't like that. What if someone's inside your home? Get a knife and open it. Big roach. Go quickly. Go. Open it. Don't pussyfoot it. What if they're hiding on the other side? Okay, the weirdest part is that you live alone and you have an empty storage closet. Why would you not open the door? Why are you going slow? Why are you going slow? It jumps out. Oh. Why is your shit empty, bro?
Такая хуйня, ребята.
It is rocking.
It goes without saying, but the man was on edge throughout the whole night. Thinking that someone was hiding in his wardrobe, he walks over with caution, but this wasn't necessary, as eventually he finds out that nothing was inside. Or so it seems. While nothing in particular stands out except for some moving hangers, viewers believe that a presence of some sort was actually in there. It just wasn't visible to the naked eye. Whatever presence might have been there has definitely spooked the man, but regardless, this alone was enough to send him out of his place and into a new one. No further videos have been posted since then, but until new footage is released, this one remains a mystery. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell
This
icon.
video would not get me to subscribe to you, Bizarre. Alright, let's see. Don't watch alone.
While driving down a stretch of highway, Felicity D promptly takes out her phone after noticing something down the road. It had caught her attention, considering that no other cars
be
were
on
on
a
the
boat?
road. It was just her and the driver alone on this highway when this was spotted.
Okay. Let's see it. Thank you for the handily drawn. I don't know what that is.
Now, this video takes place in Arenas Valley, New Mexico, where it seems
That's
that
a
others
light
have
glare?
encountered similar experiences.
That looks like a light glare.
Ghost sightings are nothing new to those who live around here, but this, as viewers believe, may just be the clearest evidence of something paranormal. Although it's hard to say as to what this was, you can see that something is moving before somehow vanishing. It's a bit faint, but something is there, until it isn't. Now, unfortunately, not much info is given on this clip, except that it took place in New Mexico. Yet still, as many have commented, this footage is pretty creepy. Just who, or even what, was seen on camera? On a Sunday afternoon inside a small retail store, an employee working by himself decides to tidy up a few items on display. It was like any other workday at the shop. Johann Salazar would clock in and start the shift by organizing stock. But as he does his job, he all of a sudden runs to the back of the store, completely out of breath and visibly shaking.
Whirlwind.
Johann, in his own words, had felt something heavy drop on his shoulders. Not sure what it was that was on his back, he looks at the security camera recording at this time and sees something that terrifies him beyond belief.
Okay, let's see it.
This is what he saw.
Is it a hoodie grab? That would scare the shit out of me, because I don't know what else would cause that, you know?
It appears that Johann's shirt and hoodie is pulled by something. Initially thinking
would
that
scare
someone
the
had put
shit
their
out of
hands
me.
on Johann's back, he turns around, expecting someone to be there. But to his shock, there was no one. He was absolutely positive that he felt something heavy on his shoulders. Yet, it seems that whatever weight he had felt was non-existent. Or, so it seems, because as viewers believe, this invisible weight was most likely a spirit who was getting physical with Johann. If that's the case, then its presence was definitely felt. But whether ghost or not, Johann has been left terribly shaken by this incident. To this day, there is yet to be an update on this whole occurrence.
I'd start stabbing the air.
Now the following video comes from a mother who for some reason began to feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety while taking care of her baby.
For some
It was
reason.
just her and her son
The
alone at
baby.
home
Look at the
watching a movie
baby.
peacefully when things took an unexpected turn. Looking at the bathroom door, she notices that it's wide open. When
Okay.
she last looked, it was somewhat shut. Seeing that something was different, she grabs her phone and begins to record. Whenever something like this happens, according to her, things get very weird.
What do you mean?
It's a common occurrence, but on this night, what she captures is unlike anything she's ever experienced. On the verge of having a panic attack, she records the bathroom when this is captured.
Okay. You've been my attention.
The door is moving by itself.
Okay.
Oh my god. Don't forget. Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away.
Okay.
Oh my god, oh my
Is
god.
it just creaking? This could be a draft.
Oh my god.
It's the light again. This is the light adjusting. I don't know what to tell you. You can see it reflected on the different things on the tables here, chat. That would scare the shit out of me. I'll give you that.
I am so scared right now. Please go away. It can't be spooky. Spooky? Psst, 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 psst.
The cat's name is Spooky.
Spooky?
sleep, chat.
Moo?
To say that the mother was spooked out of her mind would be putting it lightly. It's the fact that she pulls in her child after sensing something dangerous that really shows this. Now, she didn't see it at ghost or not. There has yet to be a security guard is doing rounds at a hotel when she suddenly comes to a stop after encountering something very disturbing. This video took place in 2019 and was recently shared by a friend of the security guard shown in the clip. At first, the friend who posted this wasn't sure if sharing this online would be a good idea. What was captured, according to them, is something that the hotel would rather keep under wraps. Perhaps to avoid reminding people of a terrible incident that occurred many years ago. In 1986, this exact hotel...
Like, I am open to things being, like, paranormal. I'm fine with that. A lot of these are just very clearly light refractions, you know? Like, this is just, like, we see this a lot with a lot of newer phones as well, is because they're trying to optimize for, like, HDR or whatever it's called. They fuck with the lighting a lot, so it can look spooky if you don't know what you're looking for.
Hotel, which was formerly called the DuPont Plaza, had mysteriously caught fire, resulting in many lives being lost. Guests had no choice but to leap off their balconies as the flames had engulfed the whole building. The sight of this was hard to bear, to say the least. But fast forward to 2019, and the hotel is now rebranded and remodeled under a different company. However, from time to time, strange things would happen here. Hotel guests would report supposed paranormal experiences and blame the fire incident that occurred years ago to explain this. The following video is a prime example of what guests experience while being here. It's late at night when...
Hermes, stop. I see your reflection, Goober. Okay, he's laying down.
Apparently, something pulls the security guard's hair. Take a look.
Oh, fuck that. That would scare the shit out of me. Like, that would get me. I'd be like, fuck off. Pulling my hair, I'm stabbing the air, as y'all said.
Looking closely, you can see that her ponytail is the first thing that moves before she tilts her head. However, its movement is anything but subtle. It's as if something had yanked her hair, causing her to jerk her head in a sudden motion. According to the friend who posted this, the security guard thought that someone had ran away upon pulling her hair. But after watching this clip, that clearly wasn't the case. Her hair was definitely pulled, but it wasn't someone she could identify, let alone see. What happened here, as the friend believes, was something unexplainable. But as always, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly could explain the security guard's hair being pulled? It's late at night when a group of friends decide to enter a hospital that's been out of service for quite some time. They would never come alone unless they were dared to do so, because apparently this place is not what it seems. Although seeming like an empty facility devoid of any doctors or patients, the Felix Bonis Hospital in Santiago, Chile has been said to have a certain presence within its walls. Now thankfully, the lights are still on inside this hospital, which is a good thing for the group. The emergency system powering these lights appears to be running, but even with the lights on, the following incident remains just as frightening. This is what they caught.
Okay.
Familia, estamos aquí en el hospital Felipe Bonis. Son las... ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es, familia? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? La 1:08. La 1:08.
What's with the sound effect? Okay.
La 1:08. La 1:08.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me.
It happens quickly, but upon looking closely, you'll see what appears to be a silhouette of a person just walking past the group of friends. No one had noticed it, and no one realized what was captured until much later when watching the footage. Clearly, something had been there, but it's hard to say as to what exactly it was. Briefly, we can see what looks like a distinct outline of someone small. But strangely, whoever, or whatever this was, goes unnoticed by the group. It's for this reason that they no doubt believe that this had to be the spirit of a deceased
Spank your
patient who
head.
doesn't know they already passed.
Are they sneaking, breaking
Ghost
and
or
entering?
not,
Probably.
it seems that what was captured will currently stay a mystery. Taking place inside someone's apartment, a man immediately stops what he's doing to record this video, as it was just now that stuff started moving.
And just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell.
Within the span of 30 minutes, things just started moving on their own. This is something that commonly happens, but not once has it ever been caught on camera. But on this night, something happens that scares the living daylights out of the man. Hoping to get something on camera, he captures this.
And I'm just kind of now trying. I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them
I feel like
down
if there's
to,
ghosts, it would
neighbours'
be in the
noise
UK,
or
you know?
whatever it might be.
I feel like
But
Ireland
this
also
is the
probably has
first
some good
time I've
ghosts.
kind of actually
you
seen
know,
things move. But yeah, so I don't really know.
China. We obviously know like
I just
China,
want something to
Southeast
move, and I also
Asia.
don't want
You know,
something
most of Asia has
If anything is
ghosts.
here, please,
They don't
by
care
all
if you
means,
believe
feel
in
free to
those.
move
Like those
something.
ghosts will get you.
Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there, I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared.
Don't be
Well, they're like,
scared,
"Yeah,
bro. Horrible thing to put in a video like this.
It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want to off. There is no way.
If it moves again, I'll give it to you.
On recording, I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film.
If something else moves, I'll give it to you.
Please move it again. You've done that much. Please feel free to move it again. This, by the way, has been propped up here for ages. This has not been moved. It's never moved before. Like, I'm actually shaking a little bit. Sorry, I'm
Late
swearing,
stuff.
by the way.
Slips because you're too lazy to organize things. Guitars like
oh my
slip.
god. I'm so happy that I've just got that on tape. And like this, this isn't like attached to anything. Like there's nothing attached to it. Like I haven't kicked it. I haven't moved anything. It's been I don't know how it was now, but it's been kind of propped up for a long time. I'm gonna lay it down a bit more. I absolutely knew that
Had it not been for him lifting his guitar and showing an up-close view of the neck, then this definitely would have raised some suspicions.
What are you talking
No strings
about?
are seen anywhere besides those on the guitar, and nothing around it hints at the possibility of this being faked. It's the lack of questionable evidence that makes this possibly real, and therefore
No, there's tons of questions. What are we talking
pretty
about?
creepy.
What was
Found
the
it hints
position?
at the
Hold on,
possibility of this
let me
being
see.
faked. It's the lack of questionable evidence that makes this possibly real, and therefore pretty creepy.
Nah, you know what? You know what? It kind of does like a jerking motion. Something was underneath it on this side, like over here, and they pulled it out, and then it fell.
Yet this only gets creepier when noticing how sudden the guitar moves. Usually, when things aren't prop right, a slow shifting movement occurs before gravity takes over and makes it fall fast.
Yeah, it jerks because someone
This,
moved it.
however, immediately moves as if someone had forcefully pushed it. To the man, whatever happened here was surely paranormal. But of course, whether or not that's so is up to you to decide. Was something supernatural at play here? Or is there something else that could possibly explain this?
Yes.
Now, not much is known about this next video, considering that the original source is unknown. Where it came from, or who exactly posted this first, remains a mystery. But despite lacking any sort of context, the video is still pretty creepy. Taking place in what appears to be a museum, a group of people visit an exhibit that is, well, a bit disturbing to say the least. As with most lifelike mannequins, there's something quite off-putting about these, but it's not the mannequins that make the video pretty spooky, but rather something else. Whoever took this video seems to have not realized that they captured something unusual during this moment. They didn't see that this was captured.
Already in a cursed location. Okay, well, fuck that.
Appearing out of nowhere, a shadowy figure resembling a woman is caught in the mirror. Its reflection is captured, but the person cast.
You know what it is? It's someone in another room chat walking through the hallway to another room. So this is a mirror. This is a mirror. And this is another hallway. And these are two other people that are going on a tour. And they're walking through another doorway, but the reflection is making it look like they're disappearing. But this is another hallway behind this door.
Casting it is nowhere in sight. That is, if it was a person.
This is
While
silly.
some viewers agree that it was a person in the sense that they used to be alive,
No.
many believe that this was its ghost.
No, it's not.
Seemingly dressed in a gown that a woman would wear during the Victorian era,
No, it's not.
a
Someone in
mysterious
jeans and
shadow
a
passes
t-shirt.
by, unfazed by the group of strangers in the room. It's as if they've been here for quite some time. But like most videos, without much context, it remains unknown as to who or what was caught on camera. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com.
444.
That being said, let's get back to the video.
Yeah.
On the night of October 4th of 2024, a young couple watches a scary movie that's already been seen by the boyfriend. It's his
Oh, we've seen
girlfriend's
this
first
one.
time watching the film, and it's exactly how he imagined she would react to items.
It's silly. The doll moves.
He's watching the film. As it turns out, they live across a cemetery.
This was dumb.
Time, seeing that it's still
Okay.
intact. But it's not the durability of this place that baffles the man who filmed this. Instead, it's what appears at this place that's left him pretty spooked. He was taking a video while he and his brother explored the fortress. Although many tourists come here, very few know that the fort has taken the lives of many pirates who invaded the peninsula during the 18th century.
Mood.
Knowing this, the man couldn't help but feel a haunting presence while being here. Now the quality is far from HD, but the video still captures footage of something visible
Are
and
they on
quite
NASA?
peculiar. This is what was caught.
Okay.
I don't think we saw this one. The clown one we did. I thought that was something crouched down.
Ah.
Why would you do that? I don't care if it's decommissioned. I wouldn't fuck with that. What the fuck? Alright.
The man who took this had no idea that something appeared around the fort. He further adds that this, whatever it was, had been inside a closed-off section to the public. There was no way that a person could have accessed this area, as no one had stepped foot there for years. If it wasn't a person, as many believe, then what exactly was this? Now it is kind of odd how
Is it a
despite the
monkey
video's
jumping
quality,
or
we
something?
can still make out distinct figures in the distance. But this, even from a not so far distance, is hard to make out. While some speculate that it might be the spirit of a pirate who died while crossing the fort, others are simply baffled by the clip. Although uploaded in 2023, this video
Bird,
continues
yeah.
to remain a mystery.
They mentioned pirates, so my guess was NASA.
In this last video,
In the,
a man named
um,
Connor Lyle recorded something strange on his doorbell camera.
Caribbean
It happened
ish.
on a Thursday night when no one else had been outside. Connor had just come home at around 8 p.m. and was heading towards his house when suddenly he gets the strangest feeling. It was as if his
Looks like
body,
that.
out of instinct, had sensed something threatening. Perhaps thinking it was all in his head, he shrugs it off and doesn't think much of it. But fast forward to him looking at the footage captured of that night, and his stomach drops. The following is his footage. Watch.
Okay, you've got me. Also, after this, we're done, chat. It's a shadow. Oh, we're not doing this. We're not gonna keep doing this. This is dumb. You're pissing me off now. That's a shadow of someone crossing over a light. That's it. This is dumb now.
As it turns out, his fight or flight response wasn't just random, but rather completely called for. Right behind Connor, there appears to be a shadowy figure walking by and then disappearing out of nowhere.
It's his own reflection.
However, after
there is a light here. There is a light here. There is one over here. It is his own light getting caught in multiple beams of light, which caused the shadow to be thrown against this light back here. Therefore, it's his own shadow. Yes, it is alarming. It can cause the back of the side of your peripheral vision to be like, oh my God, what is that? That's crazy. Haha. Okay. But, you know, it is not that scary.
Seconds
He
pass,
looks like a Connor.
it reappears again, but this time a bit closer. It's as if it was making its way towards Connor.
Again, you are leaning in front of the Ring camera, so it's adjusting to the light of you blocking out a light.
Feeling once again immensely unnerved, he turns around and sees nothing. But clearly, as he would eventually find out, something was behind him. What this was is unknown, but judging by Connor's reaction, viewers think it's best if he stayed away from ever encountering whatever this was. While there has yet to be any updates from Connor regarding this footage, this incident continues to remain unsolved.
It's Bizarre Bum. We're done. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I need to stop talking. Back to Twitch. Who's live? And we're just gonna raid Nandre again. He's playing Dispatch. Go watch Nandre play Dispatch so you stop asking me to play Dispatch. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will maybe go live tomorrow, but I leave Tuesday for Vegas, alright? Have fun, make good choices, bye. Have fun with Nandre. Bye. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye.